Okay, so I am getting ready for dinner, and I thought I would talk about some dating tips or dating advice I would give my younger self if I was in my 20s. So I'm 45, I'll be 46 next month. And if I was talking to my 20-year-old self, these are the things that I would tell her. First thing I would say, don't date when you feel insecure. So if you're at a point in your life and you don't feel good about yourself, then don't date. Take some time to work on yourself, to work on your self-love, to work on your self-confidence, get yourself back in the game. But don't date when you're down. It's kind of like going to the grocery store when you're hungry, right? We go to the grocery store when we're hungry, we choose all this stuff that we know we ain't got no business eating, that the effects of it are really, really bad, and they're gonna make us have gut issues and health issues and just not be our best selves, right? We buy a whole bunch of junk food and processed food and all this other stuff when we go to the grocery store when we are hungry. It's the same thing when you're dating. When you're dating and you're insecure, you're gonna make really bad decisions. Work on yourself, work on your self-love, and then put yourself out there. Next, I would say make sure that you take your time when you're dating. I think that we're taught to date very, very rapidly. Like, oh, he knows if he wants to marry you within 6 months. Well, he may know that he wants to marry you, but he may not be able to financially provide, or he may know that mentally he's not ready to be married. He may know that his discipline is not where it needs to be in order to be in a committed relationship as far as marriage is concerned. And so I think we are in a rush because we're taught our clock is ticking and all of those things, but you really don't know a person until you see them through all of their seasons. And to be in a home with someone that you're married to that you absolutely hate is probably the worst feeling in the world. And so I would say be patient. Everyone that you date is not your husband. We're dating to kind of get to know ourselves, to get to know our likes and the things that we can tolerate, the things that we don't tolerate, different things like that. And so also marriage is a mirror. So when you get married, your person is going to mirror back to you who you are. And sometimes people don't like what that mirror looks like. So be careful, be okay with taking your time and really getting to know a person. And then last but certainly not least, y'all, why are you with men who are not satisfying you sexually? It's a question. I know when I was younger, I tolerated a lot of things because love and different things like that. But ultimately, if a man cannot give you the big O, why are you with him? As women, we're taught that our wants, needs, and desires are not as important as a man's. Is total bullshit. You should never be in a relationship with a man that does not satisfy you if that is something that is very important to you. If, doing the do is important and that's a big part of who you are and you are okay with who you are sexually and sensually, then make sure that the person that you're with is someone who is a giving person and is always going to be looking out for your needs and making sure that your needs are met. And lastly, relationships are meant to help you grow. All relationships in this life are meant to help you grow. So if you're with someone, and if you guys were to break up tomorrow, and you would be in financial ruins, spiritually and mentally, you would be, on the verge of unaliving yourself, just mentally, you just would lose everything, then that's not your person. The person that you're meant to be with, if you guys were to break up tomorrow, you should be in a better situation than you were when you got with that person. Relationships are meant to help you grow. If you're not growing in your relationship, you are wasting your time.